What is the value of exclusivity? We're the only country you can get it from. Wouldn't that make the United States powerful? If you no
Yeah,
one knows how to make this item the way we do, and no one makes it better than us. They're trying all over the world, but every time they make a little leap forward, we push them back and we go out ahead. Exclusivity. Is that it makes so much sense. Isn't
right.
maybe a both?
Exclusivity
Yeah,
is what gives you the power to generate wealth.
right. But we're not exclusive in anything. Or are we? Am I
No,
wrong?
no, no.
Maybe we are.
No. Actually, we are. We are in certain areas, but a lot of areas we have given away to other countries, and that's where the problem is.
Where do you think we are exclusive? What is it that only the United States can do and nobody does better than us?
In a lot
Anything?
of areas, the United States is still ahead of others. Uh, Computer software, for example, nobody else has this range of computer products where we have like computer software, for example. United States is definitely higher than others. But whereas the services, yes, we are not. Basically, we cannot compete with other countries. Computer services. Similarly, for a lot of new technologies, we are ahead.
Do you feel that with China right now, the president will make any progress? He certainly has been the toughest in the rhetoric. But what do you see as an American opportunity to offset what we don't like that China does? And I think the big ones are theft of technology, copyrights, and making it tough for for American companies to do business in China. What can we do? Are there opportunities there for us in that relationship?
Yeah, I think this new tax code, which is going to create, which is being, planned, that is, it will help or give incentives for companies to bring jobs back to the country and start manufacturing here. Whatever has gone is gone. Whatever technology is gone is gone. But the new set of technologies, which will be created in the years to come, if we can protect them and grow them here, that's where the opportunity lies.
I wonder how you feel about this because it easily is maybe a third to a half of what we have lost to countries like China. Do we have to engage in practices that will steal from them? We've always looked at it like we're so good we don't need espionage in that world. They're the ones that perpetrate it on us. Do you think the United States military has to just open up an office down the hall that goes into, hacks into, breaks into, and steals ideas from other countries, since this is what we've witnessed? Maybe we just got to get good at street fighting, right? I mean, if we keep getting mugged on the way to school, at one point your father says, hey, beat that guy up. Go get a knife and stop him. Don't let him keep mugging you. Maybe we need to do some of that self-defense.
Yeah, won't comment about that.
Oh, you don't want to come out? All right, good.
Okay.
What is the future of America's manufacturing base, in your opinion? 50 years from now, will we be making the same things? Or maybe America is going to have to make the expensive stuff and send the junk over to Asia. If it costs $5, make it in Asia. If it costs $500,000, make it in the United States.
Yeah, that has been the philosophy for a long time, to try to send whatever is commodity to other countries. But what has happened is, with the skills, with the technology getting transferred, other countries develop the ability to come up with the next generation, basically next generation products. So that's where United States has to think how to protect these technologies and these jobs there, so you can come up with the next generation and be ahead.
Right.
Yeah, don't be in the rush don't be in a rush to, when you reach the stage 4 of the innovation life cycle,
Right.
don't be in a rush to offshore or outsource everything, basically.
Right. Right.
I mean, this concept of, the shareholders are the owners of the company, and we are doing it for shareholders, short-term shareholder, gain. It has to be questioned. Are shareholders truly the owners of the company? That has to be questioned,
Right.
If somebody has 0.001% of the company and he holds the stock for 6 months or 1 year, can he be considered to be the true well-wisher of the company for long term? Can he be considered as the owner of the company?
Right.
Or could he be considered as a timeshare person?
Right.
Is he considered?
I like that. I got to use that phrase.
If somebody has a timeshare for 6 months or 1 year, and he wants to sell it, like a transferable timeshare.
Right.
What are his intentions? Would he be working for long-term benefit of that thing, or would he be interested in a short-term profit?
Exactly, short-term profit.
So if you say that we are doing it for shareholders, and that whole philosophy which nobody has questioned, you have to think about that.
I'm so glad you brought that up. I didn't think we would talk about that, but now that you mention it, there is a book out right now that is blaming Harvard Business School for the last 30 years, quote, for its slavish relationship with the shareholder. Slave to the shareholder. Not independent, not partner, slave. And I go, wow, boy, they're right about that. Because I don't know anybody in business, and I've been on the air over 40 years, but if I go back 30 years, I don't know anybody that didn't run down the hall with any nickel or dime that they saved at the moment, and down the road was never an issue, but the next quarter, the next 30 days was ultimate importance to them. So this is what we've done, right? We do have to change that thinking.
Right.
How do we do that? How do we? They're kind of hooked on it as a drug, right? They need some kind of appreciation figure every 30 days, or else they don't want to be involved, right?
Yeah, it has to be do with the compensation structure. The way the compensation structures are, you're getting bonus for that year, and there's nothing long term for you. Once the compensation structure changes, instead of giving a very high bonus 1 year, and then you can be fired next year.
Right.
The compensation structure changes so that you maybe your bonus is slightly less, but then you get something in long term. If that is aligned, the whole process will be aligned. If the thinking process is that I will just get the maximum bonus this year, because next year something can happen to me, I can be laid off, fired. Why would I think long term? But instead, if the compensation structure is in such a way that you will be getting some kind of long term benefit from the company, then of course you will think long term.
My mom used to call that penny wise, pound foolish. You ever hear that expression?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, sure. Exactly. No different since I was a kid. Nothing much has changed on that since I was a kid. Sanjeev, thank you so much. You always indulge my questions. You've got such a great background and a feel for it. We're very, very grateful. If people want to follow up with you, what's the best place to go on the web to find you?
You can go on Amazon.com and search for my book, 5 Core Methods of Innovation, and they'll see my contact details.
Perfect. You got it. Amazon to get the book. And please come back and join us again. Sanjeev Sharma is the author of the award-winning book, 5 Core Methods of Innovation, where he explains why manufacturing jobs are more important than service sector jobs for the long-term competitiveness of the United States and why they need to be brought back to the United States. Sanjeev, have a great day, and thank you for helping us out today big time.
Thank you, Ed. Thank you.
You got it. Thank you.